What is going on, guys? I'm super excited to make this video today, all about how I got my job in crypto and some advice that I can give to you guys. Um, I don't come from a traditional background. I don't have any degrees. I dropped out of college. I worked a bunch of minimum wage jobs, but I got a job in crypto, and I'm going to show you how I got here and how you could potentially follow it as well. So this is what worked for me. So as I said, I am a four-time college dropout. Dropped out of electrical engineering, computer engineering, architecture, visual art, the trades. I did a little bit of everything. I also had multiple failed business ideas. So I've tried everything from like drop shipping, e-commerce, Amazon, Etsy, merchandise. I had a clothing line. I had an agency. I did photography. I did like freelance cover art for like rappers, which is the worst business model ever. And yeah, just did a bunch of stuff. And all I had on my resume was basically like a bunch of minimum wage job experience and some freelance work, and just a lot of failed ideas, experience from failed ideas. So what I did have was I knew how social media worked, right? So I knew how people's attention spans worked and how content worked on social media. I knew how to edit content. I knew Photoshop and video editing. I knew how to make good content. I've gone viral a couple times on my TikTok. And most importantly, I had a proof of work. I had a public portfolio, which was my TikTok page. And this was vital in getting my job. So this is how I got the job in the first place. Basically, like after I dropped out of the last college program I was in, I said, "Screw it! I'm not going back to school. It's not for me." So I just worked whatever job I could at the time, which was like minimum wage, customer service roles, and then so I did that for like 5 6 months, and then on the side I was growing my TikTok page, which is all about like cryptocurrency. And I just tried to make like helpful, useful content. I didn't promote like shibcoin or Dogecoin stuff. I didn't do any technical analysis chart stuff. I just tried to make like good content that was helpful for people. Tried to make like some memes here and there. But yeah, I just tried to be helpful, and that's what worked for me, and that's how I got my page to grow so fast. Um, Now, while I was doing that TikTok, I also was polishing up my resume, so that I could like get a job in crypto because I wanted one. And basically, I just polished up my resume, and then I started firing it off to multiple places, multiple websites. I kept applying for like 3 months. I had like three crypto interviews. The first one, I bombed it. They didn't want me. The second one was like super sketchy, like company. Like they didn't even contact me afterwards. It was really weird. The last one, I missed the call by 10 minutes, so they just never contacted me again. But I just kept applying, and eventually I got a job. So that worked. So here's what my resume looks like. Um, on the right, as you can see, it's super colorful, super easy to read, just simple text, simple design. Didn't do anything crazy, and that was the exact purpose of it. So when you are sending off your resume to recruiters, they get hundreds of these per day, right? So they have to have a way of filtering through them very fast. And so the name of the game is you have to stand out within like the first 3 seconds. So I designed for that. I made it colorful. I made it easy to read. I made it, big pop-ups with a lot of visuals so that it was easy to read and that it stood out. On the main section here, this was just my relevant experience. I was applying for marketing slash crypto community slash like graphic designer jobs. So I put like my TikTok page there that I had grown, 80,000 followers within 5 months. I had over 10 million views. I grew my Discord community. I maintained a posting schedule, all this kind of stuff. And what's really important, if you can, show off the numbers. So I showed off, 80,000 followers within 5 months. For you, it might be, 80,000 readers within 5 months, or, 80,000 downloads within 2 months of the app, whatever. Try to include numbers as much as you can, because it's a provable way of measuring your progress. And yeah, it just helps a lot. Second one here was from a failed business venture. It's not really failed, but it's just a past business startup that I had, which was basically like a creative agency slash like a community, creative community type thing. And yeah, there I was doing like, Zoom seminars. I was interviewing people. I was setting up like events and all that kind of stuff. So it was relevant to the job that I was applying for. This is the key thing. The last one was just, working at the city, doing graphics and digital marketing. Again, it was all relevant stuff. And in the middle here, I had a bar section with some of my hard skills, some of my experience. So I knew, Photoshop, photography, video editing, web design, all that kind of stuff I included. And soft skills, which I highly recommend you guys include as well. I put problem solving, communications, time management, all that kind of stuff. And then, I just put like a little bit of myself here as well. I put some of my interests, like wildlife, comic books, sneakers, conspiracy theories, just a little bit about yourself, And yeah, so the main thing I tried to do with this resume was, number one, I made it super simple to read, super visual, super colorful, so it got your attention. Number two is straight to the point, right? So you read those job experiences that I've had, and they're like numbered, so they're straight to the point, they're relevant. And at the bottom here at my resume, you can see I've also put some previous jobs that I've had, and I just put like their logos. Now, if I actually put my full resume, it would be like 5 pages long, because I've had so many jobs. But I kept it, on one page, which is, if you can do that, try to do that. Keep it on one page. And yeah, I just kept it relevant, kept it, colorful. So yeah, if you can't do this yourself, it's definitely worth hiring someone from Fiverr to just, do your resume in this like designed manner, because it is way more effective. So some key takeaways from this is that degrees don't matter as much anymore. It's all about proof of work over proof of schooling. So what I mean by that is you should show off your expertise as much as possible and put that on your resume. So for me, it was my TikTok page. I had, a crypto TikTok page. I talked about crypto. I educated people on crypto. And when I applied for my jobs, it was helpful because the employer saw, oh, this guy knows what he's talking about. This guy knows crypto, right? All they had to do was click on my TikTok link. Now for you, if you don't feel comfortable showing your face on the camera, you could maybe have a blog. You could maybe have a educational Twitter. You could maybe have a YouTube channel. You could maybe have a visual graphic design portfolio. You could have a GitHub page if you're a coder. The main thing is you need to have your public work shown. You need to show your work in public, and that's going to help you get a job like way, way more than someone who just has a degree. Point number 3 is you have about 5 seconds to get a recruiter's attention, so design accordingly, right? So keep it simple, keep it colorful if you can, keep it on one page, and make it effective, right? Make it tailored to the job that you're looking for. So, don't put like babysitting experience from high school for a job that you're applying for, which is like marketing, right? So keep the job experience relevant, keep it short, keep it colorful, and keep it simple to read. Number 5, you don't have to be a coder to get a job in crypto. There are so many jobs in crypto that are not related to anything technical. There's a lot of roles for community managers, for graphic designers, for marketing. And the reason that is, and it's going to continue to grow, is because crypto is so complicated that these companies need people who can communicate those ideas very simply. And that's usually, blog writers, copywriters, video editors, graphic designers, all that kind of stuff is very critical in the world of crypto because, it's a super complicated subject to understand, and these companies need people who can explain these ideas in a simple manner. Now, when it comes to salary, you might get two options. So the first one is fiat. So your employer might offer to pay you in whatever government U.S. dollars, whatever the currency is, and don't worry about the salary too much because it should just be a way of you getting your foot in the door, right? So the main thing is when you're looking for your first crypto job is just get the first job, get the first experience, and then that's going to make the next one a lot easier to find, and by that point you can get paid a little more. Now, secondly, you might get offered to be paid in crypto. If you do that, there are three things that you should consider. Number one, the paperwork that you're going to sign. Is it going to be as a contractor or are you going to be a full-time employee, right? Because those two are very different tax situations. So consider that. The second thing is you want to consider the tax implications of crypto in the in the country of your company. So, if you're getting hired by Coinbase and they're based out in Switzerland and you live in the United States, you need to understand the tax implications of crypto for both Switzerland and the United States. So just make sure that you really know what you're doing when it comes to taxes and crypto. I personally would not want to get paid in crypto just because of the whole tax stuff. It's too complicated. So yeah, just consider that. So some tips if I were to start all over again would be, to find a job. Number one, I would try to find an entry point as a Discord or Telegram moderator. This is pretty easy to do. All you would need to do is just be active in the Telegram or Discord, help other people, answer questions, and just be educational, just be helpful. And if you're a graphic designer, you can kind of do something similar, just create graphics or create, educational infographics for the company that you like. And chances are they're probably going to, hire you or get some freelance work from you if they like your stuff. Secondly, I would start a blog, make Twitter threads, get an audience that way. Third thing is I would make a TikTok page in Spanish because I do know Spanish. So that is helpful as well. If you know a second language, you can make a blog or a TikTok or a YouTube page in that second language, and you can grow your audience that way. Lastly, this might be interesting. I would launch my own NFT project and then use that as experience on the resume. So that could be pretty powerful on a resume. But yeah, these are just a few ways that you could get your foot in the door from scratch. You just got to be creative. Just try to be helpful. Try to help these companies and make helpful things for them, make their jobs easier. That's the name of the game. And also grow an audience, right? Build in public, have a public page, have a TikTok page, have a blog, have a Twitter, have a GitHub. Do something in public so that when you apply for these jobs, you have that credibility. Now some caveats and warnings. If you're looking for a job in crypto, you pretty much have to live, sleep, and breathe crypto because it's not for everyone. This is a super fast-paced industry. A lot is going on all the time. A lot is changing. A lot of emotions are, going up and down with the market. So it's a lot easier if you're already invested in crypto or you already have an interest in crypto. Because this is like a non-stop industry. It doesn't sleep. Secondly, if you're already an active participant in crypto communities, that is useful because you will have someone or a network to reach out to. So what I mean by that is, if you got accepted for a crypto job, it is always a good idea to have a group of crypto people or a crypto network that you can reach out to in case you need any help with your job stuff, right? So maybe you guys are hiring for a developer, maybe you need to find someone who's a graphic designer, maybe you need to find an influencer. It's always a good thing to be part of these Discord or Telegram groups where you can ask those questions because it will help you for the job. And lastly, these are a few websites where you can find crypto jobs. I'll go through them at the end as well. And lastly here, this is just where I got some of the memes from, this Instagram account. This is my MetaMask if you guys want to send donations or whatever. And then if you have any other questions, any like one-on-one questions you want to ask me, you can reach out to me on Twitter at CryptoComics1. I'm always willing to help you out, so just DM me there and I'll answer when I can. But yeah, that's pretty much this video. And let me just show you guys some of the websites. So this is crypto.jobs. There's a lot of jobs here. And as you can see, there is a lot of developer positions as well as like marketing positions, business development, consultants, analysts, all that kind of stuff. This is cryptocurrencyjobs.co. Again, just a great website. You can look for jobs here. This is where I found my job. This was cryptojobslist.com. So this is where I was applying, and this is where I got hired. So I would recommend this one the most. And oh, look at this. Full stack developer. They're hiring at titan.io. I wonder who that is. And lastly here, pompcryptojobs.com. Yep, just scroll down. You'll find some, interesting positions, content developers, Discord developers, all that kind of stuff. And like I said, make sure that your resume is tailored for these jobs. Make sure that your resume is easy to read. Make sure that it's, graphic and visual if you can do that, and make sure it fits on one page. Okay. So that's all I have for this video today, guys. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this was helpful. And if you have any questions, you can, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. Peace.